Hello once more humans, I'm Roman and welcome to another video. This is another drawing with Roman and today we're gonna be drawing Heian era Sukuna. As you can see, I took a forearm picture and I'm just breaking it down into basic shapes so that then I can create Sukuna. Now, I may not talk as much in this video because I don't know, CapCut is just being weird. But yeah, I do hope you guys enjoy it. If you like this sort of content, please like, subscribe, share it with your friends, and also comment down below what would you like to see me draw next. And yeah, now let's get into the video. As you can see, I'm trying to play with Sukuna's design. Ryomen Sukuna is a two-faced monster, or at least in the mythology. And in Jujutsu Kaisen, he is one of the most powerful sorcerers. He's the strongest Jujutsu sorcerer in history, while Gojo is the strongest. And honestly, the design of Heian era Sukuna kind of seemed a little bit underwhelming. He was just a dude with four arms, a belly mouth, and just a weird mask thing on the face. So I wanted to incorporate the whole two-faced to actually kind of represent what he really was. Well, here I have the belly mouth because it's kind of cool, but I had no idea how I could make Sukuna be more cursed like. So I put eyes on his shoulders, and I deleted the mouth on top, the one on the face, because I wanted to give his markings some sense in this case. I started off by making a mouth on the neck, but then it didn't make much sense to me. So what I did was take the place under the chin, and that's where I put the mouth. That way it looks sort of humanoid, but at the same time, you know, he's not human. As you can see, there are the markings and the chin mouth. And now I am going to actually be doing the actual drawing. That was just a sketch. The face markings, I didn't know much what to do with them, but I read online that the markings Sukuna had on his face were the ones of criminals, so I just left them like that. And the one on the actual face, like the one on the cheek and all, is the one that is going to be more cursey type thing. As you can see, I used the marking to make the beginning of the mouth and the end of the mouth, basically. Now I'm sketching the hair. That's always fun because Sukuna has this weird spiky hair. And yeah, now I am trying to make him as scary and more of a monster that I believe, you know, that should have been done in the manga, but then again, it was GEGE'S vision. And yeah, here I'm making the shoulder eyes, and I believe that could be an advantage because he would have 360 vision, meaning that if he sees something in the corner of the shoulder eye, he can focus on it instead of having to move his head around to try and see if there's someone behind him. And yeah, this whole design was more in the sense of how would Sukuna benefit from having 4 arms and overall 2 faces. And I imagine the whole scene of Sukuna doing the world cutting slash, he would start by enchanting or doing chantings with the belly mouth, and once the tongue is ripped off the belly mouth, you could still hear the enchanting, and when the characters are like, what's going on, he opens the chin mouth, and I believe that could add some horror into Sukuna's character. I kind of also wanted to differentiate the mouths. The chin mouth seems more for speaking, and the belly mouth is just for eating and consuming corpses, because that's what Sukuna did in the Heian era. Later on, you're gonna see some markings that are not intrinsically from Sukuna, and that's kind of what I wanted, because in this case, we see Sukuna having the markings of other people, like Choso and probably Yoruzu, Kashimo, and the markings mean that those are the people he killed. And in this case, this Heian era Sukuna could be able to use his abilities, or at least for like 5 minutes or something like that. Obviously, it has to be limited because I'm not going to make Sukuna an all-powerful monster. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to give sense to the whole consuming corpses and the whole I am the king of curses. Because in the anime so far and in the manga, it kind of just didn't make sense. It was just I eat people because I can. But in this case, when he eats someone, he has access to a limited version of their curse technique, and he could use it for like 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, he can't use it no more, and he just gets the scar or the marking as a representation of, yeah, I killed this dude. And yeah. Okay, now to the coloring part. Once again, I wanted to make Sukuna be humanoid, but not fully a human with 4 arms and a weird face. I also made the eyes different, and they had a different color because, once again, I did want to represent that he is not a human. He is a monster, a curse, and something that you wouldn't say like, oh, he kind of looks good. I wanted him to be like, oh, what the hell is that? But yeah, the colors I'm using for his clothing is sort of a monk type thing. I wanted to represent that he was a wise person or a wise curse, but not the honored one. That is a huge misconception in the manga. And I wanted to portray that he is not the honored one. He is just very, very strong. Here you can see the markings of different dead people. There's Choso in one of the 4 arms. And yeah, overall, this was a fun design to do. And I wanted to be as chaotic and as dark as I could with this Sukuna design and concept.